And here we are. Rebuilt. Old strut cartridges are out. New ones are in. I've set the preload. I've set the height. Now all I have to do is put them in the car and go for a ride. So let me set you guys up so you words. Let me set it up so you guys can watch me put it in the car, I guess. So there ain't gonna be much to see, and I now realize I sat down without the coilover, so I'm gonna have to look awkward again. My jack fell. Cool. So the chicken's still in here, keeping an eye on things. It's pretty plain and simple how these things go back in. Put it up there, open the door, thread one bolt in. Don't put it all the way, so that way it gives you some wiggle room to put it on the spindle. Once you put it on the spindle and you get the this through it, put the bolt on and just lightly, don't give it all the beans. And then I don't know how much more simple I can make it. 2 bolts up top, 1 on the bottom. Tighten the bottom one really hard, because obviously we're going to go up and down the street to test it. So the top ones are okay, because obviously the weight of the car is going to keep pressure on the top hat. Now, don't go jumping culverts yet, because, well, your shock's going to come apart. But for me, I'm just going to go up and down the driveway, maybe shoot to the liquor store. I don't know. But now that the shock's out, gives me... That's fine. So, let's get the shock. Make sure you get the correct side. Right. I was going to turn this into a time lapse, but for you guys it would be like 2 seconds. It's not even worth time lapsing. So get your hardware. Wow, that's a funny looking bolt. Now, gently. Ow! Make sure you bump your head into everything. And sound like a fat truck driver with asthma. Because, well, that's what I am. Alright, so now you can see it's stuck. Why are you stuck? You're not supposed to be stuck. Why are you like this? Why are you stuck? There you go. Okay. You're making the hair on the back of my neck stand up. So let's make sure you don't cause trouble. Okay. So now that very easily went in, let's get the bottom in. Now coilovers come with bushings. These guys right here. Don't forget them, or your shocks are going to be making all the noise. One goes in the back, one goes in the front. Keep your jokes to yourself. That was unintentional. And there it is. I have to say, this Subaru platform has to be one of the easiest coilover setups I've ever worked on. That's it. I think I had that done, what, 2 minutes? That's insane. The only other car I've worked on that was that simple was Buddy's Evo from the warehouse. I set up the suspension for him for the track. That one's pretty easy also. So let me spend less than 2 minutes putting the other side in. You guys can hear everything from, oh, I left the hardware in the sun. that's going to be severely hot. So, ow. Oh yeah, that's hot. Okay, that's very hot. Now, make sure you cross-thread everything so you can keep holding the hardware that's as hot as the surface of the sun. Ooh, something's misfiring behind me. What is that? V6 Mustang. Figures. Those things are always misfiring. And no, it's not the new 3.7s. It's one of those older 4-liter truck engines they decided to put into a car. Because that was a great idea. Let's put an underpowered V6 from a pickup truck into a Mustang. Awesome. Okay, so are you stuck again? Why are you like this? Okay, so I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. And well, what do you think, chicken? Did I do good? I don't even know where I got this. Target? 99 cents? Alright. I need to figure out where the end of the frame is so you don't see my chest talking to you. I'm going to clean up, put the tires on. I might get stubborn and tighten the top hats. I don't know. I'm going to clean up so all my tools don't get hot, too hot to touch. And then me and you will go for a joyride. So, you know what? I'm going to do a time lapse of me cleaning up and putting stuff on. Okay, so the camera's getting way too hot and it's overheating, so it keeps shutting off. It looks like it's a little too high, but that's because it hasn't settled yet. So let's go for a short drive and see how it worked. And well, there you have it. The ride height is right where I want it too. I know on camera it looks very high, but it's not. I do carry the family in this thing, and I do sometimes go get water. So I do need a little bit of suspension travel in the rear. It is a wagon, so it is going to do some work. Eventually, I do want to get another maybe wagon, maybe a newer one that the family can use, because right now we're a little short on cars. It's kind of like contradictory for me to say, but I mainly have pickup trucks and two-door stuff, nothing for a family. But that's aside the point. The Subaru is good. The strut cartridges were an upgrade. I am going to look at the old ones and see if I can possibly send them out to get revalved for more aggressive valving. If I can do that, then hey, I can tighten up the rear even more. But with that, I'd say this is a success. The time lapse I tried to do got cut off. Camera overheated and shut off because it's already very hot outside. But that's a pretty cool shot. That's basically it. I don't have anything else to do to this thing. I guess the next thing I can plan to do would be updating more of the suspension pieces. Sway bars are in this thing's future. So basically, if you guys look on Whiteline's website and look up this vehicle, everything that's available for it, I hope to have everything for it. So in future videos you'll see more. Since this car is technically done for now, the brakes are done, The rear suspension is good now. There's really nothing else to fix on it other than washing it. Maybe my next video would be a full detail video on this thing. What do you think?